So this is how you make a sling sack. It has several components. We have a front panel, a back panel. We have some tabs to string a rope in. We have a rope, and we have a liner. And also on the front, we have a pocket. So what you do first is you design your front panel and your back panel with your leftover fabrics. Make it an extra ½ inch wide for seam allowance and an extra 4½ inches long, and that allows for this extra fabric to be turned down, and you'll see why that's important. And then on the liner, you simply make it the same size as the front and back panel, again with extra length to fold it down. Okay, so what we will do then is, if you don't have tabs, you can make them from the fabric. Let me show you that briefly. You simply take a piece of fabric, fold it down, press it, fold it, press it, and then one more time, and then simply sew right here, and you'll have yourself a tab. So then what I will do, I will fold down my 4 inches on both my top and my bottom, or my front side and my back side. Right sides together, and I'll simply sew on each side here. And I've done that to save a little time. So I sew down to my point here where my outside seam's going to connect. Then I place right sides together, and I insert the tab here in the corner, and it's inserted like so in between the layers with about 1 inch inside. And so that'll be sewn in when we sew around. And so I simply sew from this point all the way down the side, the bottom, and up the other side. And it's good to do some extra stitching where the tab is. So once that's complete, and I already have my pocket sewn on, my front panel, I will then turn this right side out, like so. And this top will allow for us to put a sleeve in to thread the rope. So just grab my tabs. You can see here on the bottom I have my tabs, my front, and I will smooth that out, and my back side. So this really gives a nice finished inside and outside. So the next step here is I've sewn around my liner, and I've pressed this open a little bit here so I can turn this down very easily. So I will do that. And that again allows for a nice finished edge. You can pin this if you'd like. And you see here I'm folding it so it's about the same size as my outside. And if you want it to stick up a little bit, you'll make it a little bit bigger. Or if you want it not to stick up, you'll just make it a little bit shorter. You can just make that adjustment. Okay, so the next step is you leave it so it's inside out, and you insert it inside your finished Sling Sack, and I just pinch it here so I can pull out. And I will do the same thing on this one. I will put that corner in the corner, and if you'd like, you can pin it like so it stays for the moment. And I will do that here as well, and that will help me a little bit here. Then I straighten this out inside, make some adjustments. I want to make sure my seams line up on both sides. Well, I only have one seam because this one was folded over and I didn't need to have another seam. So that's the beauty of that. So you see how nice that is. I have nice finished edges. The next step is to sew around. Well, first you'll want to pin this. Go ahead and pin this all the way around here at this point right here where this meets. And I will pin that all the way around. Then I will go ahead and sew a nice stitch all the way around here, making sure I have my sewing machine so it's open and I'm sewing this all the way around. Then once I have that, I want this casing, a casing like so I can insert my rope. So what I will do then is sew another stitch about 1 inch or so down all the way around as well. And that will give me this nice pocket. And you'll see in this case, I did let my liner pop up for a little decorative look, and I have my casing here. And it allows, now you notice why we turn this down here, it allows for an opening right here, you see, for us to thread the rope. And so that is the final step, is to put the rope in. So what you do is you take a piece of rope and put a pin on the end, and you start here at the tab and you go up and you loop it in here and you string it all the way around and back down like so. This comes back down all the way down, and then I tie it here by the loop. String this down here. In this case I happen to have 2, but you don't need to. I just had some extra tab that was a little long, so I made another loop. So I simply knot this off, and then I repeat that on this side. Same thing. I string through, up, all the way around and back down and tie it. And it provides this great way to close your sling sack. And the sling sack is used to carry the blankets. And it's as simple as that.